food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Horror Movie Podcast. Welcome to the House of Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Van Ghoul, joined as always by my co-host, Colby. So this week's episode is a very special one. Joining us today is someone who needs no introduction, and he's mentioned at least once per episode here at House of Ghouls. He's been absolutely killing the content game for a while now, and is 1/4 of the host of Dark Screen Society. Please welcome our friend, our brother, our movie guy, Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Awesome, man. How about you?
Oh man, I'm fantastic today. It's just it's been a long day. We got this trip coming up, so I've been a mess. Like I'm just a total mess that a lot of different things are coming to fruition for me, and it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like I'm very grateful, but it's a lot to handle.
Yeah, understandable. So what's been new since the last time you've been on either of our previous shows? I know Blood Gore and Ghouls was the end of May, so about 4 months ago. I know a lot has happened, but what's been new?
I mean, obviously the biggest significant thing that's happening is Colby's going too. We're going to Fantastic Fest here on Wednesday. We leave. So I'm really excited because it's my first opportunity to really dig into film and see things that aren't readily available to many people and interview people and meet people. Like, excuse me, it seems so real, but it doesn't seem real at all. Like it's very surreal. But it's like, it's really happening. Like I sent emails the other day to like interview Halle Berry, which just makes no sense to me because I'm just a regular guy. Like I don't feel any different. And since the last time we like spoke on here, or when I was on, I don't know, my account went kind of crazy, which I attribute to dumb luck. But I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining. So I'm just kind of navigating. It's weird space to be in, man. Like, it's like you do all this work and everybody's putting out videos and you guys grind every day. And it's like 2 videos makes this huge difference in a number basically, but then people get weird, act different, and you're still the same person. So like I'm learning how to adapt to that. So, but yeah, that's what's going on, man. I'm just, continuing the journey and trying to capitalize on my opportunity to the best of my ability.
Hell yeah. Well, congratulations. You're up to 132,000 followers, which is insane. But congratulations on that. But I wanted to ask you, now that you're up there, everything's going well social media wise. You've been fucking thriving on there. What's the biggest struggle that you're finding now with there's a lot of positive things that come out of that, but what's the biggest struggle now that you're up to that mark?
People to be dead ass honest, people treat you differently. There's a lot of people that I fuck with on TikTok that are different now. I get a lot more messages now for reposts and shares from people that I didn't even know existed. And then people look weird because like people like I grew up in the street. Like I grew up in the north side of Pittsburgh. So like I'm very like in tune to like I grew up on the streets basically. You know what I mean? Like that's just my lifestyle of how I grew up. And there's a different energy with people whenever there's people that there's people that like pocket watch. Like there's people that follow movie stars and care about like, oh, this guy got this fucking Lambo or these Jordan shoes or whatever it is. And like people do that on TikTok. They watch your numbers, because people are so concerned about like numbers, but like numbers don't make an individual. But now it's like, like I had groups and circles of people that I, really mess with that are just real different now, I mean? And that's no slight to anybody, like really, what I mean? But it's just, it became different. Like I'm still the same person. I'm still supportive and I still do everything I did before, like the number changed, what I mean? Like it's like not my fault that I had a couple videos go bananas. What I mean? Like it's what everybody's doing. You're making videos for them to go bananas. Like that's the fucking point. You know what I mean? Like, and hopefully that happens. Like I do it for fun. I got lucky and now people are weird. So like that's navigating that now, that like navigating the space of I have these original people that I fuck with real heavy, and they're always going to be in my inner circle. So anybody else outside that really doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I have Colby, you, Justin, Slasher Talk, Room for Scream, Horror Chronicles, Sydney, According to Seth, Brian Fears Ghosts. Shout out to the Real Voice, Charles Jordan, because I fuck with Charles heavy. Kev, the Real For Real podcast, I fuck with him heavy. But there are people I talk to every single day. You know what I mean? So now I got like all this new attention. Like I'm gonna have lunch with fucking 3C Films at Fantastic Fest, which blows my mind because like my kids love that dude. Like, which is crazy because like he reached out to me. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, you keep coming up on my, I can't get. It's actually said I can't get rid of you because you're always on my FYP. But like I love your stuff, whatever. And I was like, my kids watch you every day, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're like he's like famous to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes good shit, you know what I mean? But like so stuff like that is weird, you know what I mean? Like Jenna Jameson likes my videos every day, which is so fucking weird. It's weird to me, you know what I mean? But it's cool as hell, you know what I mean? Like whatever. But it is what it is, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I will say, I mean, I kind of seeing your journey and kind of, I mean, you've been killing it for as long as I've known you. But seeing the like crazy jump up in your success, I can vouch for the fact that you haven't changed. Like you are you still do everything that is true to you. So I think that speaks volumes about you.
I think the only thing that's different about me is I make lists now. Like I guess lists is my thing now, which I didn't really want to be like a list guy, but like now I'm not even a list guy, I'm the list god. So yeah, I even want to get like a little rap intro. It's like list god. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, they work, and like I watch people, and I listen to other influencers and creators. And listen, if you make a video and it pops off, make 10 more of them until they don't do good. You know what I mean? And lists are still doing good, so I'm in my list phase. And when they don't do good, I'm going to do something different. But I got a lot of stuff. October is going to be a big month for me, man. I'm going to do as you guys know, I try to do shit that's different than everybody else does. Like I don't try to pick the same movies. Of course, there's a million people doing what we do, so you're going to have repeats of movies and things like that. But I'm trying to, you know, because everybody's doing 100 days of Halloween, 31 days of Halloween. There's going to be 150 on lists on your FYP at any given time, October 1st. So I guess this will be the announcement to this. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to do 2 videos a day, every day in Halloween. I'm going to do one between noon and 2 during the day. And then I'm going to do 8 o'clock video because that's my like prime time slot. But what I'm going to do during the day is I'm going to do 31 creators of Halloween. And I'm going to spotlight a different creator, 31 creators for every single day of October that make horror content that have no idea I'm making a video about them, to try to bring attention and use my audience to bring attention to creators that are grinding and trying to grow. So like, that's going to be like one of my main things to do for the month of October is to like, you know, I don't think that anybody's going to get anywhere in life unless we all try to like win together type kind of deal. That's always been my motto, and it's working because everybody I'm surrounded around is doing well in one form or another. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I love that idea. Also, Chuck, I'm really excited for, I can't remember if it's October or November, but you and I get to go on the set of a movie together with Kevin Interdonato.
It got delayed.
Oh, did it? I haven't heard.
No, he's delayed. I talked to him the other day. He's delayed a little bit, but they are filming. It will be, I think, November now because it was pushed to October, and now I think it's going to be in November.
No, that's not terrible.
No, it's going to happen. 100% for Dirty Hands. I think that could be announced. Kevin Interdonato, shout out to him. It's my buddy I met on fucking TikTok, Instagram. Dude's a fucking great guy. And he got his first like well-funded picture, you know, like nice budget. Like he did Bastard Sons on like 52 grand, and he did Malicious. I think they did like 30 grand on Malicious, and now he has like, I think it's like 1.2 or something's their budget, which is big for an independent film. I can't reveal who's going to be there, but he got some nice talent. coming in for the movie. So I'm excited about that because he's, and that's not my genre, like my what my page is, but anything that dude makes, if he makes a love story, I'm putting it on my page. You know what I mean? Just because I fuck with him. He's the real dude. When he came down here, he came through Pittsburgh. We had dinner together, and it was like we went to this little seafood restaurant. I was there for like 3 hours. And it was like I had talked to this dude for 20 years. Like, I mean, it was just like, I mean, he used to hang drywall and work in trades with his dad. And like, it was just like, he's a real person. You know what I mean? Like, so it was really cool, you know what I mean, to even experience it. Like, I had dinner with a fucking movie star. I'm a construction guy from Pittsburgh. Like, it don't even make perfectly good sense to me. You know what I mean? But it's cool,
I love it. Either way, I'm excited. I'm excited to hang out with you. I mean, we're hanging out next week, but any chance to hang out with Chuck, I'm there. We just gotta get Ian to do something with us soon.
Ian's coming to Fantastic Fest next year. He just doesn't even know it.
Oh, we're gonna get him
next year.
We're gonna book. Yeah, we're gonna book when we're there. Because listen, there's no way that those people already like us, but like once we meet them, you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna pop name drop, but like it's gonna be a good experience. So like for next year, you know what I mean. Like, it's already planned. I think we're gonna do Overlook too in New Orleans.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think we're gonna try to go to Overlook, but it's all money stuff because I want to go to Argentina, which is very surreal. But Adrian's down to have us come to Argentina, and like, shout out to Adrian DeChamps because he's a motherfucking legend.
He's coming on the show soon.
Listen, Adrian is literally the kindest dude I might have ever met in my life. Like, he's a solid ass dude that just like, I don't think there's anybody else in the world that loves horror movies as much as that dude does. Like, he just loves it. But like their culture and where they're from, they're like, I guess with the best analogies, they're like at the forefront of a revolution in their culture, just like Tommy Chong was for or Willie Nelson, like for marijuana. Like, they were pushing for it in the 70s and the 80s when it was really frowned upon. And now they're starting to see the fruits of their labors in 2024 that, we have these like dispensaries and the government made it legal because they can't, like when Lex Ortega made Atros or Damien Rugna made Terrified and Kaya Cassis made the film he made before The Coffee Table, like they're looked at in their community as bad people. Like
they get shunned.
Yeah, they do. They get shunned. Like, why do you want to bring these demonic things to screen and everything? And they're like literally shooting films at 3 o'clock in the morning in these remote locations just so they don't get flack from like people there. And that like, but here's the proof in the pudding is like the art and the passion for what we do will always win. So like if they're like, so even creating content, like, like Ian's transformation from when he first started to like where he's at now, and now he integrated. Now he's your horror movie hype man, which I love, by the way, because but it's a great ring and like short form content. People are gonna stop like, yes, I need a hype man. I need a horror movie flavor. I'm hitting the fucking like button, like, and I bet you since you started saying that it has grown because you need to tell people they're never gonna do it, but like, if you're passionate about what you do and you love what you do, the art is always going to win. Like it's going to find its avenue and it's going to find its audience. And like, that's their whole story in a nutshell. But to go there and experience like their culture and their town and where they live, like, I just think that not even on a horror movie tip would just be rad to experience like being in their shoes for a day. So like, and it's cheap as shit to go to Argentina. Like, and it's, to like money there, like we could probably go there for 2 weeks with $1,500 and like literally like live it up. You know what I mean? So like that's on my radar. So hopefully maybe that develops too. And don't let me talk too much because I'll just keep fucking talking. You could just tell.
No, we could listen to you. We could listen to you
talk
for hours.
Up, you know what I
mean? That's why we brought you on, just to listen to you talk, bro. But no, for this past week, sometimes we do what do we watch, sometimes we do special things. So I thought maybe we go with, is there any physical media purchases of the past week or cool Halloween purchases? If not, then maybe a cool movie you watched just to kind of shine a light on something.
Physical media, no. I did put in some requests. So I got, and I guess this is an announcement too. I'm going to start doing some physical media coverage on my channel. I'm not going to reveal companies, but I got a couple, I'm in cahoots with a couple people. I'm getting this badass. They got this new Blair Witch box set that's coming out. I'm getting sent to me. I just put in for that Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw set today, but I don't think I'll get that. It's like $300. And I'm getting the Hell House 4-disc set and a couple oldie but goodie movies. I'm getting. Oh, speaking of too, I just found out that. Have you guys seen Baby Blood?
Mm-mm.
No.
Listen. Baby Blood is about this circus guy that owns his circus. His wife is pregnant and he beats the shit out of her, like he's real abusive. And he orders this leopard from Africa, and they send him this leopard to put into the show. And the leopard like explodes in the middle of a show, and this like demon snake beast comes out and crawls into this lady's uterus and like eats the baby inside her. And then she has to learn how to like feed its insatiable desire to like eat. Listen, it absolutely rips. It's a fantastic movie. Now listen, you know who Kino Lorber is, right? Kino Lorber, they pick and choose what they want to remaster. Like they remaster classics, you know, they remastered Michael Mann's Thief and, you know, like world renowned, like fucking fantastic movies. And for some reason, they're putting a 4K remaster of Baby Blood out, which comes out in October, which I pre-ordered it because I have to have it in my hands. Which I thought was cool because that solidified that I'm not crazy. That's a good ass movie, because why would they, you know, give it 4K treatment, spend thousands of dollars to remaster this movie about this? It's crazy. It's so good. So yeah, no 4Ks. I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's anything, because people get mad when you talk about shit that you can't stream immediately. I watched Invoking Yell, which was boring as fuck. Sorry, Welcome Villain. I love your stuff, but it didn't hit for me. Basil is about that, you know, witch thing that lives in a basement, and it absolutely ripped. I loved it. But the best movie I've seen, and I cannot talk about it because I do to Fantastic Fest, but how do I jump around this? There's a movie coming out by Stuart Orts, the guy that made Grave Encounters, and it's called Strange Harvest. And it's like a documentary shot type style film about this serial killer called Mr. Shiny. And listen, I can't really, well, this will come out after Fantastic Fest. Listen, it's an absolute must. It's in my top 5 of the year. It absolutely fucking rips. Like I hadn't been so glued to a screen and so compelled, because it was like the ID channel if you found it on fedupmovies.com. You know, like, because it was shot in that style. But I'm saying like it, like the shit that he does, and like how like the shit that he does is so methodically thought out, like the crime scenes in Seven, but takes them to a whole nother level, but they all make sense. Like what he's doing makes perfectly good sense of how diabolical he is. It was so fucking good. Loved it.
They told me no when I asked.
They wouldn't send it?
Well, they didn't say no. They're like, do you plan on interviewing? Because this is more for the screeners if you want to interview them. And I was like, yeah, I'll just wait to see it in the theater.
Yeah, I told them I kind of answered the same thing and said I wasn't sure. I said, but I would really, really, really like to watch it because so-and-so told me it's great. Because I just say that. I try to just be honest. Like, I'm just like, I want, like, name of the, what's the demon one we just got?
Name the Demon.
When I just emailed them, I said, look, Colby told me this shit was good. I need to see it. Send me your movie. My reach is 160K. Thanks, Chuck. That's what I sent to them. They emailed me back in 5 minutes. It's like, here's the movie. Like, I just want to see your movie. That's all. I don't care. I don't want to get paid. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to see the movie. Oh, and the other thing I've seen, which is another top 5, making a top 10 this year is going to be so hard, because I watched Azrael this week, and Azrael absolutely delivers on every count of because I say it in all my videos that this movie absolutely ripped, and it's an absolute fucking banger, and it is the epitome of all that. I've never seen anything like it. They don't tell you shit about it. They drop you into, and that's something that I love. Like, I love when you just get dropped into a world. You don't know how you got there. You just have to deal with it as they deal with it.
Yep.
There's no dialogue in the whole fucking movie. They say like 3 words in the whole movie, and they're in a foreign language. And you're just dropped into this world. You're in the middle of the fucking woods. There's some shit going on. And then you just go on this fucking journey. And it just keeps... It just keeps moving and moving and moving and moving, and it's brutal. it's a phenomenal fucking movie. Like it's just I think people are going to be real divisive on it because I don't know if people can handle the no dialogue. But I also think like there's all those people that are like the no subtitle people. Maybe no dialogue is what they need. Just pay attention and learn how to absorb like this art, because I have a theory of where I think these people came from and what happened. But then I was talking to like Sid and some other people, like everybody has like a different opinion of like why what's happening is happening. And like that's the coolest thing you could do with a movie is have people talk about it 2 months after they've seen it because they want to know and put all these pieces together. So much respect to EL Katz and the people that made Azrael, because it's unlike any, I promise you, it's unlike anything you've seen. I've never seen anything like it.
I was very surprised at how gory and brutal it was. I did not expect to go that fucking hard.
No, it goes hard, and there's
it goes hard as fuck.
There's no camera shy away or anything. They want you to feel every squish, rip, hit, boom. But in the sound design, like the sound design of every tree cracking in these leaves, and even there's like this really rickety fucking church in the movie, and like you can literally like hear the windows creaking and the wind blowing through, and like that's a character in itself that's like so ominous that they put you in this position that at any given moment something can happen, and a lot of times it doesn't. But the fact that you're waiting for something to happen is so tension building that when they finally do give you something, you're like, oh shit, because it catches you off guard. That's a very well done film. Loved it. What about you guys? Would you guys watch?
So mine also Azrael. If I could not fucking believe. Oh well, before I start that, I did get a physical media pickup. Halloween Ends steelbook cover.
Oh Jesus Christ!
My wife got it for me for my birthday. But no, I watched Azrael
to put it in your bathroom.
I love Halloween Ends. I watched Booger. Booger was fantastic. It's
Booger
not
was
a
good.
horror movie that you think it's gonna be. It connected with me in a very different way. I did not think it was gonna affect me emotionally like it did. I finally watched Sergei Prakov. Chuck's been telling me to watch that one for like I think a month or two now.
Everybody says, "What's this about?" And I just say a couple words: "Dead animal puppet show." That's it.
I was actually texting Brian because Brian's my favorite person to text you at work because he's the only one awake. I was like, "This is literally just a found footage Borat movie."
That's exactly what I thought.
Yes,
it is. It's so wild, man.
Invoking Yell. I also didn't like that one. Found for probably like the third or fourth time I watched. I was like, I need a video to pop off. I was like, Found will get it going. And then
Did it?
I
Did
watched
it?
it did. It did really well. And then I watched Speak No Evil last night. And I honestly I liked it way better than the original, but I still have a lot of complaints about it. Which
These
I won't-
American filmmakers are pussies.
Yeah, but it's the director who did Eden Lake though, so I'm like,
Yeah, but it's at the Eden Lake. Eden Lake was made on a shoestring budget, and he could do whatever he wanted to do. He didn't have Jason Blum, the puppet master, pulling his strings. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's the difference.
that's fucking true.
Mhm.
And then I watched Circus of the Dead again, I think 2 days ago for probably the fifth time now. But we can
we appreciate that for 5 minutes?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about the IndieGoGo that just launched today.
Listen, I don't even know what it's up to, but it was at like 12 something the last I checked.
It's at
I think it's
$30,827 with 171 backers.
Listen, so they made their 150. It's getting made, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Billy Ho Pond. Congratulations, Circus of the Dead too. That's rad, man. I am curious about David Howard Thornton. Though. That's like a sidewinder, man. Like because everybody knows him. He's forever going to be Art the Clown. So like I wonder what he's going to be. And I'd have to say it's not a clown. But what if they combined them in some way and he actually showed up as Art? That would be the sickest shit ever.
That would be amazing. I don't know how like the rights and everything for that would work. But I was actually in Bloody Bill's Facebook Live that he did today, and I was like, "How did you manage to get David Howard Thornton?" He said they met at a convention, and they really fucking clicked.
Did David Howard Thornton see Circus of the Dead?
I'm not sure. He just said that they clicked really well.
That would be weird to see a movie that is, I mean, and no, shade to Terrifier, but I do think Circus of the Dead is better than both Terrifier films. Just
I do
me
too.
personally.
I think it pushes way more boundaries than just practical effects and gore. Like I love the Terrifying movies; are a
Same.
blast.
I love
But
them.
Circus of the Dead pushes so many more fucking boundaries.
It's
Well,
just some,
Circus is also like a more realistic,
Mhm.
whereas like Art's like very kind of
Supernatural.
supernatural, yeah. And Circus is very kind of grounded in reality, fucked up.
Yes.
it is. It's just some. It's like the strangers with fucking clowns. They're just
Mhm.
diabolical, fucked up people that you can walk past every single day. Which is, and it's very much. It has very much has Joker like tones to it too, because the first Joker, whether people like that film or not, it's a very, very dark film about mental health, and the fact that somebody has those thoughts and those feelings on the inside of them and they can flip that switch just by painting their face, just like shout out to Sly Stallone, just like Over the Top. When you spin that hat and flick the switch, the clown paint does the same thing, and it's like it's fucking on. And Papa Corn is no joke, man.
I have such a fucking respect for Circus of the Dead. It's literally in my top 10 of all time now.
I love. I mean, I love it. Like I mean, I immediately, you sent me that thing, and there was no hesitation to clicking, sending money, and making a video. I had a video done and donated in 15 minutes. Like
You did. It was so surprised. I was holy shit, he's already had a video up too.
yeah,
I
boom, boom,
recorded
boom.
my video last night. I waited for 8 o'clock right when the IndieGoGo launched to copy and paste the link and set it up because I was Bloody Bill and I have been emailing back and forth and shit. So he's like, all right, it's gonna go up at this time, so you can get the link for your video. So
Yeah, I was behind on. I would have put it out, and I'm actually glad that I put it out today versus 2 days ago, because people forget so fast, man. So fast. Like you put these reviews out for movies that don't come out for 10 days and people just forget about it. I try to do like a 72-hour window or the day before, but that's also hard too because everybody's putting the same shit out the same day. So it's like you have to be real strategic about it.
Yeah, I made sure my video was because Shane did one, Ian did one. I was like, I got to do one that's different, so we're not saying the same thing. But I'm really gonna push it for Bill to kill me in Circus of the Dead too. I'm gonna push it.
I think that can happen.
I do too. I'm
Definitely.
pushing it. But Ian, what are your thoughts on Circus of the Dead?
Oh, I love it. I watched it again today too. And
Let's
I was
go.
yeah. Colby shared the link for the Facebook Live, so I was in there for a while too. And I know speaking of Joker, it's funny you brought that up, Chuck, because I guess David Howard Thornton had made a Joker video years ago, and that's how Billy kind of discovered him or found out about him. So he was saying that everyone uses David in roles that he doesn't speak. And he's like, essentially was like, I want to hear his voice. So I'm almost positive that he's going to have a speaking role in Circus of the Dead too.
He might be a main protagonist, which would be kind of cool. I mean, so totally different for him. I would dig that. I mean, like, I think it's a smart move to get somebody like that to get it, because Circus of the Dead 2 has such a cult following to it. It could be huge. I mean, them videos did millions of views. I mean, just whenever it popped off for like that 2 week period, I mean, they did so good. And that dude was like, didn't even know what the fuck to do with himself. I mean, like, it's like all of a sudden my 10-year-old movie is fucking literally trending and selling out of physical copies. And I have a Circus of the Dead 2. I ordered a t-shirt because he has merch and shit. It's like, I'll do anything. It's just so like anybody like that dude didn't listen to anybody. He made the fucking movie he wanted to make. And like, there's such a freedom in it. I talk to directors and shit all the time, and like they just can't make the movie they want to make. Like they can make 90% of it, but then somebody stops it. Like when you get down to fucking Baby Catch in the middle of the street, like that dude made the fucking movie he wanted to make. You know what I mean? I'm like, kudos to you, brother.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. We just interviewed director Anthony Columbus before this, and we were having a conversation of like what we do as content creators, and thinks that what we do is literally going to overtake like the actual film critics, like the Bloody Disgusting people, the IMDb people. And I was like, I've never thought of it that way before. Like, I do this for fun. Like, I don't care about getting paid. I don't care about money. I do this for fun.
Right, but if you notice, like Fangoria stepped it up. They now have I forget what her name is. They have two ladies that are doing it now, and they're both great. I love what they're doing, but they're not just breaking news anymore. They're making content. You know what I mean? Like they're tying their news into like content. Bloody Disgusting, I think, has been on the forefront of that because they've had a TikTok and everything for quite a while.
I love the Bloody Disgusting, the lady who runs the socials for that. She's so sweet.
I wish Brad Miska would come on screen and do his stuff because I've been listening to that dude for seems 20 years. I've been reading his stuff like when nobody gave a shit about Bloody Disgusting. You know what I mean? Like it was like a forbidden place to go read about movies, and like they're killing it, man, which is great. They make their own movies now. That's awesome.
I remember when I was in junior high, like all I cared about was movies since I was a kid. So I would go on movies.com and like bloodydisgusting.com and look up movie stuff when I was in junior high at school. And everyone's like, what are you looking at? I was like, movies.
Right. Just like UHM, upcominghorrormovies.com. You go to that. I've been on that site since I was like, feels like since I was like 16. You know what I mean? Like I get a ton of my content from there, you know what I mean? Because they got breaking posters, and it's such a great fucking site, man. Yeah, it rips.
Yeah. Ian, do you want to jump into our topic now?
I was gonna say, as far as physical media, I had
it's your turn,
surprise. I had a surprise find this week. So I stopped by Walmart, checked out the movie selection, and lo and behold, Frogman on Blu-ray.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah. Like I knew it was coming out. Like I knew it was a thing that was being made, but I didn't know it was out yet or that it was going to be at Walmart. So I would scoop that immediately. And
That's awesome.
there's a ton of special features and shit. It's fucking gnarly.
Speaking of Frogman, Anthony Cousins is coming to hang out with us too for one of the days at the Airbnb, and
he's going
to hang out with him.
He wants to go to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and go have barbecue, which is it's another thing that's happening that's just fucking it's crazy to me. It makes no sense. And he's not Steven Spielberg, but you know what? He made fucking Frogman, and it absolutely fucks.
And then another one, I know you guys don't know him, but Cody Leach, that's like the one YouTuber I've been watching since like 2017 for like all my horror content on YouTube. Like Coda loves him, I love him, and apparently we're fucking having lunch with that guy too.
Gigi's really good friends with him.
Yeah, it's insane. Seth and Gigi, it's insane to me.
It's crazy. Listen, Seth is low key. Seth low key is like Seth moves in the shadows. Like
he does,
dude. Listen. Every day it's a text. He's like, he went substance early, never let go early, fucking twisters. He sniffed Glenn Powell. Like, dude's doing serious shit, man. And it's like, it's crazy.
Glenn Powell.
And you know what? And shout out to Seth Fox, according to Seth on TikTok, according to Seth, TikTok, Instagram. Listen, I've only been doing this I'll have my 1 year. Listen, and tell me this isn't a surreal dream. My 1 year anniversary of TikTok is September 22nd, and I will be standing in Austin, Texas at Fantastic Fest with a group of my friends that I met on TikTok. Like that's, to me, it blows my mind of like the journey. But if I had to pick one person out of everybody that I know on TikTok that's going to be something someday, it's Seth. Seth's dream is to be a journalist. And that's exactly what he's going to be. There's no question or doubt in my mind because he's just, dude, there's not a person on earth that doesn't like that dude. Like he's the most likable, fun, great energy having human being I may have ever met. Like these people love him. He just talks to them one time and they're like, oh, fuck it. We'll fly you to LA and you can sniff Glenn Powell. It's like, it's crazy, but like good for him. And it gives me so much hope because it's like, 20 years ago, people that were just regular people couldn't do what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like to have a voice and have a format. And this is for like anybody that's listening that makes content. You know, the struggle is real, and I know it's hard when your growth is stunted and you'll go through these gaps where it seems like nothing's happening and all these different things happening. But like, for one, the video that you don't post can change the trajectory of your whole entire life. Like literally, because I've experienced it. And for two, people give a shit what we have to say. Like, there's an audience for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, no matter who you are or what you talk about, like, you just have to find your people. It's just like OnlyFans. Like, not that I'm an OnlyFans subscriber, but I'm saying, like, if you want to go look at a certain type of foot, it's there. Or if you want to look at a certain body type or whatever it is, like, anybody can make one because people are into different shit. You know what I mean? And like, that's the world of opportunity. And like, I almost regret not seizing it 15 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. But like, I guess, maybe my journey, I wasn't supposed to, I mean, like, maybe I wasn't ready for it. Like, but I kind of just feel like what's going on now, like, this was the time to do it. And I guess it's my time. So like, I'm going to try to just maximize every fucking opportunity that I get, fuck it.
My OnlyFans link is my most clicked link on my link tree.
That's amazing.
It's fake, but it sends you to a Rick Rolled video.
But if you had one, you'd probably quit your job.
Yeah, Coda won't let me do it.
Dude, I know this lady, and I'm not going to put her out there, but she's a very good friend of mine, and she's probably 2 years into her journey, and she's an older lady. I think she just turned 53, but she hit the MILF market. Her first 6 months on fans, she made $1.4 million. And listen, 6 months. In a year, she sent one of her kids to Yale, and she sent her other kid to some other, I forget what the school was, Stanford or something. Like, and I'm talking like, stop there with a check, paid for it, put her kids through college, like, lives in LA now, was on No Jumper fucking podcast. Like, I'm talking, she's huge, like huge, from just making, that's crazy. They're like, and so what? People listen, people can knock that and say, oh, this is slutty or whatever. No, listen, she went and got the bag, and it's not a,
you're putting yourself out there.
Listen, like, good for her. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I mean, you don't got to do nothing with nobody. You know what I mean? She just does pictures and school content and things like that. And I know this is way off base of road trip horror movies, but it's like, it's a hope, it's a hopeful thing that you can find an audience. You know what I mean? So like, for the people out there listening, like, if you haven't caught on yet, don't quit, because you can catch on tomorrow. You know what I mean? It only takes one person. Like, the people that see your videos, Sylvester Stallone has watched a Chuck the Movie Guy TikTok. Like, he won't.
He's been in a Chuck's live too.
He will not respond to me because I tried to get Tulsa King season 2 early. Yes, I shot my shot with Sly Stallone. Fuck it. But that dude has seen my video. Like, I shouldn't reveal this because I have told nobody this, but I have proof, so I could prove it. Teddy Swims loves my videos. Like, and like, he's just a singer. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, he's a fucking pretty big deal in the singing world. You know, he's just on the VMAs. But like, that dude's seen my videos and like liked the fucking video. So can you imagine, like, one day you could wake up and do an Ian Van Gogh video, and like, the Bloody Disgusting or whoever it is can see it. Like, this is the fate. This is the guy that we want. Like, this is the person that we want to do this or to do that. And like, why stop? Just keep fucking grinding it out, man. It's just wild, the opportunity that's there. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really
I'll be right back.
So when he leaves, so who edits?
I'm just kidding.
I do.
So when you edit, so like, if he had to leave, or you do that, you edit all that shit out?
Yeah.
The mistakes.
Mistakes in the silence.
The silence.
Right now. That was the words we're speaking right now.
Right. Like, when you get to the dead, so that's what Brian does too. Like, if we have deads, it tries to buffer them together so that like free flows.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian's the one who edits?
Brian, well, Gigi does too, but Brian does most of the editing. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Brian, though, I keep forgetting Brian's going to Fantastic Fest, and every time I remember, I get so fucking excited.
Dude, he's going to be on a plane for like 22 hours.
I know. He's flying from fucking Ireland.
From Scotland.
I know, I just make fun. I have to say, because you guys always make fun of him.
Too, from Ireland. Dude, and even not only is that like crazy, but like Morgan's coming from, and I love Morgan.
Mhm.
Shout out to Horror with Morgan. She's like my protege. Like I'll do anything to help. Because she's just the sweetest fucking person. I mean, like I fuck with her. You know what I mean? And like the fact that she's listen, she doesn't have a huge following. She will one day, I believe that. But like she's putting her money where her mouth is, and she's seizing opportunities. I mean, she's flying here from fucking Canada. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could have the courage to do what she's doing. You know what I mean? And that's inspiring as fuck to me. You know, like
But as a woman flying by herself, that's encouraging and
to
and
stay with a
terrifying at the
house
same
full of,
time.
to stay with a house full of dudes you don't even fucking know.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I mean, one of us could be a serial killer. Who knows?
I'm putting my money on Ray.
I mean, it's even weird. Maybe it's even weird. It's even weird to me too. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know nobody's habits, or I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Shout out to Scare Pair. Love you, Ray.
Me too. Scare Pair's a great guy, man.
I'm just so
Absolutely.
excited to meet everybody.
Yeah, fuck with Ray.
No, it's gonna be a good time.
Heavy.
Ian's gonna be there for the next one.
That's right.
No, he's coming.
Chuck, do you know how tall Ian is?
How tall he is, or how tall do I think he is?
How tall do you think Ian is?
5'11".
I wish.
How tall are you?
5'3".
You're not short.
I am.
Really?
I can fit in a suitcase, so I'm coming.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
I would have had no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
How tall are you, Colby?
5'8", 5'9" on a good day.
Oh, you're short too.
Yeah, I'm short too, but I'm not 5'3".
Ray's
Aw.
6'5".
No way. That's insane.
Yeah, Ray's 6'5". I'm 6'4". Everybody
I don't-
else short.
Are you really 6'4"?
6'4", 306. Yeah, I'm a big guy.
Damn, I didn't know you were that tall.
Yeah, I am. I'm tall. I'm a lot bigger in person than I am on the internet. That's for sure. I've been big. I was 303 senior year of high school, and I graduated. I had 63 scholarship offers, Division II and Division I schools, offensive and defensive tackle. That's what I did whenever I was a kid. Like, I had a real good shot. Probably at some point in time, if I'd have stuck with it, maybe going pro or Canadian League or something like that. But I had bad knees, bad back, so like that's just never happened for me. But I've always been. I think I'm the milkman's kid too, because I'm the biggest one in my whole fucking family. So I don't know what mom's was doing, but it
That's
wasn't dad.
insane. I'm chubby. I'm chubbier than I look in my videos.
Yeah, we know. We're aware.
I mean, I used to be a fighter. I used to be super into fitness. That's all I cared about, but all I care about is being a dad now. So
Same here.
I don't
man.
care.
And I feel bad too sometimes, like because of content, like going away. Like going away is it's the first time in shit. Logan just turned 13 and River's 9. This will be the first time I've ever been away from them for that many days, 10 days. You know, I mean, it's a lot of fucking days. But they're good, responsible kids. Like they're so excited that I'm going. So, but it's weird to just leave them. You know what I mean? Like, but it's only something that could better everybody's life. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss Coda and the kids. I get like anxiety and homesick, but I think I'll
Are
be
you gonna
around
be
the
a-
right people.
Are you going to be attached to your phone the entire time?
No,
You sure?
I mean I'll text Coda when I can and whatnot, but and FaceTime her when I can.
You can
But not
FaceTime her
in-
when you're talking to Mike Flanagan.
I'm not gonna be annoying about it.
No, you sure?
I think so.
Somebody out of our group is going to be on the phone constantly, I would imagine. I don't know who that's going to be. It ain't going to be me.
I'm gonna make sure it's not me then.
I got nobody to talk to. I mean, I'm going to call my kids every day naturally. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But
I gotta
Whatever.
FaceTime my best friend Ian too. It's gonna be crazy.
That's
I'm
right.
Ian Van Gogh.
All right,
I
let's
love
get
it.
into it then. So,
So whoa. Back
all right,
up.
all right.
Ian Van Gogh, listen, October, it needs to happen since I'm the closest to you out of any fucking buddy that I know, whether we do Scare House or 100 Acres Manor is right up the street from me. There's so many around. I would even come out there if you got any good ones going out there, but we got it. I mean, halfway, like even Pittsburgh Mills is where Scare House is at. That's like 40 minutes for me. It's probably maybe like an hour and 15 for you.
Yeah.
something like that, or some kind of thing like that. But that needs to too close to not have met. That,
Oh, I
and
know,
that-
right?
it kind of bothers me. It makes me think like, damn, Ian don't even fuck with me.
No, I do.
No,
I absolutely do.
I know.
Me
I'm
and
teasing.
me and Tyler and I are hanging out when I get back from Fantastic Fest.
He lives right by. Tyler's a good dude too, man. I
Me
like
and Tyler are like a half hour apart.
That's wild. Are we going to talk about road trip movies or probably not?
We might get to it.
Your listeners be like, "What the fuck is the topic?" Whatever
No, a lot
whatever
of
we
people
want.
I was gonna say a lot of people like listening to like the banter and like the content creating stuff, which surprised me.
Whatever we want.
That's right. But no, we'll get into it. So this will come out whenever you guys are in Fantastic Fest. So I thought it would be a cool topic. Maybe cool, maybe kind of scary, of listing our top 5 favorite road trip horror movies. So we'll kick it off with Chuck. What do you got for number 5?
They have to be in order.
No, there's no rules here.
That's so tough because there's so many. I did a video today, as you may know. Shout out Colby Does Horror for the idea, because I was brain dead and couldn't think of anything to put. If I had to pick, like, I don't know if I could put them in order, but I love the original Joyride. I think it's a movie that doesn't get enough love because I think it actually fucking rips. I think the Hills Have Eyes remake is that might be my number 1, to be honest with you, because that movie has no business going as fucking hard as it does. And it really, really, really does. It's definitely not dash cam. Fuck that lady. So yeah, so I'm gonna start off with it is her. I hate you. We're gonna put Joyride at number 5.
Hell yeah.
I respect
Great
that.
choice. Yeah. What do you got, Colby?
I already know Ian and I are gonna have like at least 3 of the same movies, so I tried to pick different ones that he wouldn't pick. But for my number 5, I'm gonna put Southbound.
I love Southbound.
It's so good.
I love anthology movies, found footage movies, everything. But Southbound, it really that was a very underrated one I saw. I think it was on Netflix or Hulu when I watched it a few years ago.
What constitutes as a road trip movie? You know what I mean? Like do they just have to just be on the road and get stuck in a place and it's not necessarily always on the road? Because if that counts, then fuck The Hills Have Eyes, because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be number 1.
I thought about having Texas Chainsaw on there, but I'm trying to pick ones that wouldn't be obvious. Like, I don't have The Hitcher on mine. I didn't put Joyride on mine.
I love The Hitcher.
I love The Hitcher too. I even like the remake with Sean Bean.
Yeah, there's no like parameters to what, you know, they're on a road trip. It doesn't have to be a
yeah, we're not
road trip
we're
the
not
whole
picky.
time.
Okay, what's yours, Ian?
My number 5 is Roadhead.
Ooh.
From Terror Films.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's from Terror Films. It's like a horror comedy. I tried to rewatch it today and it's not streaming on anything now. But yeah, it's just a fun horror comedy. It's like 3 friends on a road trip to the Mojave Desert and they come across like a murderous cult.
Is it better than Peckerhead? Uncle Peckerhead?
No.
Dude,
Okay.
Uncle Peckerhead's one of my favorites.
Dude, Uncle Peckerhead is that's a 10 out of 10.
It is.
I love that fucking movie. It's so good.
It is. I love it.
I agree with you 1,000,000%.
All right, well, you got number 4, Chuck.
So so if we're gonna do Joyride at 5, and then I would do Chainsaw at 1, but if we're gonna pull that because we're not gonna do basics, so I gotta pull. Fuck, man, I gotta pull The Hills Have Eyes out of there too. So this one here would go to my number 1 because I love that fucking movie because it rips. This is so tough. I'm gonna do. It's just number 4. I have 3 more that have to be better than this. I'm gonna do Willow Creek because I love it. Bigfoot movie, found footage, rips, love it. That's my number 4 locked in.
My number 4. Oh, go ahead.
I would say, and it's directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
It
Yeah,
sure
Bobcat.
is.
I remember him from Grind.
I remember from Scrooged.
Shakes the clown.
My number 4 is Random Acts of Violence.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
Dude, it rips. I almost put it on the
It's
list
so
today.
good. That's directed by Jay Baruchel. Baruchel.
Jay Baruchel. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one I was so surprised by because I've always listened to like horror podcasts at work because obviously I love horror. And I heard them talking about this one and they're like, this movie is fucking dog shit and they hated it. So I was like, I'm gonna check it out. And I ended up fucking loving it. I think it was on Shudder, maybe it was a Shudder original, but very surprised by that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
And being directed by Jay Baruchel, because he like most like people that come from comedy to horror, like they have that timing aspect, and I thought it worked so well.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
Hell yeah, great choice. My number 4 is Rest Stop.
I like Rest Stop.
I haven't seen Rest Stop in so long.
Yeah, that was one of the early video store day rentals that I just came across. Like super low budget, but I don't know, it's just effective. The whole thing's in a fucking like, I mean, rest stop bathroom, but it fucking works.
It's good. No, I agree with you. It's 100% good. That's so interesting.
What do you got for 3?
I'm gonna put, and I put it on my videotape, but I'm gonna do Dead End because I love it so much. And I left it. I had it on a list like a week ago, but Raekwon made a video and he had Dead End in it, so I left it be because he had just used it. But I love Ray Wise. I think Ray Wise is one of the greatest character actors that we've ever known. Like, dude, just is fucking great. And it's a family that goes on the road on Christmas Eve, and he takes you've both seen it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it has such great surprises, such great dark black humor to it. Like it's just a blast. It's just an easy, fun fucking movie to watch, man. I love Dead End. I think it's great.
And Lynn Shay's fantastic in it as well.
Yep.
Absolutely. Agreed.
What do you got, Colby?
For my number 3, I have The House is October Built.
Oh,
Fucking banger.
Another one, found footage. Like I said, I love anything found footage. It's got the Halloween atmosphere, the fall atmosphere, and then obviously my favorite part about October is haunted houses. And they travel to each one and they actually film in actual haunted houses. So, and that's like a thing that you're always wanting, that you're always chasing, is that adrenaline rush, because most haunted houses, like they just don't do it for me. So I'm always chasing like that more extreme one. But then when you find the one that you kind of overdo it. So no, I love that movie. I had a blast with House October Built too as well.
I've been going to war in my comment section over that movie. People are like, it's dumb. I'm like,
I think it's so fun.
find a bridge. It's fucking
Like-
great.
Like the fucking the zombie chase scene. It's so fucking fun with the drone.
It's so good.
Incredible
So
scene.
fucking good. So good. Agreed. Ian?
Also, oh wait, real quick too, Bobby Rowe, the director of that movie, he's actually working on a video game right now too, and he said he'll be done in October, and he'd love to come on the podcast in October when he finishes up with the video game stuff.
That's
let's
rad.
go. Hell yeah. Number 3. So I had Dead End as in there as well. So I'm going to take that out and I'm going to switch it out with Tourist Trap,
Ooh.
because Tourist Trap fucking slaps.
I've never seen Tourist Trap.
You need to
It's fantastic.
immediately. We're going to end this right now. You go watch
That's
Tourist
the
Trap.
one I always get shit on for not seeing is Tourist
It just
Trap.
had a big resurgence on TikTok too. Like it just like made its round. Like when a couple months ago it was like The Burning, and now Tourist Trap made a real big presence again on social media. It's a great fucking movie, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still say it's extremely underrated.
I agree 1,000,000%. Where we at? Number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2, I am going to pick Splinter. Because not only is it a creature feature, but it is a road movie. 2 criminals escaping to get to the border. And I'm going to make a bold fucking statement here and go on record with this. Outside of The Thing, because The Thing is the greatest creature feature ever made. And The Fly. We'll do The Thing and The Fly. I think Splinter is right up there with those movies as a creature feature because it fucking rips. Shea Wingham is brilliant. The creature's great. The practical effects are fucking unbelievable. Like I don't. I could watch that movie every single day for the rest of my life. Like that's how much I love it because it rips.
Splinter goes fucking hard. I love that movie.
It does. It's so good.
My number two, I have. This is one I just saw recently. It's Bones and All.
I love it so much.
Still
It
need
was
to see
one
it.
of the most. You've never seen it,
No,
dude?
not
It's
yet.
so good. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever fucking seen. And the villain in that, it reminded me of a villain from Doctor Sleep.
It's probably one of the greatest love stories to ever be committed to film. And it's frightening and it's graphic and it's just about social acceptance and finding your place in the world and everybody can find love. It's a fucking beautiful movie. I love it, man.
That was probably one of my favorite reviews that I've done was for that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What you got, Ian?
My number two is House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh.
Yep. Because I mean, I couldn't not include it.
Love it.
Oh, I love that. I thought we were doing lesser knowns, but that's good. Well, I'm gonna see your House of a Thousand Corpses, Mr. Van Gogh. And since I can't use Texas Chainsaw or Wrong Turn or The Hills Have Eyes, Wrong Turn fucking rips too. I would have to say, since the whole entire movie is people on the run and the greatest cinematic ending in horror movie history, I'm going to see your House of a Thousand Corpses and I'm going to up it with The Devil's Rejects.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Because it's a fucking road movie and it's an absolute flawless masterpiece, in my opinion. And nobody can convince me otherwise. Love it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
My number one, it's one I just watched and reviewed, is Scenic Route.
Ooh,
So good.
Scenic Route is good.
It's hard to say it's a horror movie. I mean, it's labeled as a horror on IMDb, but it's definitely more of a psychological thriller. And the ending, it fucking really makes you think.
Yeah, I put California on my list today, and I know it's not really a horror movie, but it's such a good road movie.
Mm-hmm.
Road movie's tough, like for the whole car, because you could do Wolf Creek. There's so many of them that could be on there.
There's so many.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to throw Scenic Route at number one because it's my favorite one to watch, actually. And I know a lot of people haven't seen that one. They haven't heard of it. And it's starring Josh Duhamel and I can't remember his name right now, but it's a phenomenal film.
Isn't it crazy how you'll post a movie that like you've seen a million times and you think the whole entire world's seen it, and then you'll get all these comments of people that have no fucking clue what the movie is or that it even exists. Like it blows my mind. And then on the same note, people will suggest movies to you thinking they like really got you. You know what I mean? Like somebody put on my thing today, well, if you really like this, you really need to watch High Tension. I'm like, okay, but like the fact that somebody like loves it that much to like try to suggest it is a really cool thing. You know what I mean? But it's so weird that like there's just so many, because people always say, oh, you're going to run out of movies to talk. Never. You're never going to run out of movies to talk about. There's so many of them. You know what I mean?
So many movies I haven't fucking seen though too.
Dude, there's so many of them.
There's not enough time in the day to watch every movie out there.
Unless you're me and work 12-hour nights and maybe work 45 minutes of those night and you can watch movies the rest of the night.
Even still, I don't think so.
Yeah,
it's still hard because even on Saturdays, like when my kids are at their mom's, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do 5 today, or I'm gonna do 4 today. And I'm like, I'm done after 2. I can't. I just your brain can't. It's dude, Fantastic Fest. There's 2 days that there's six movies from 8 in the morning on. That's a lot of fucking theater time. I'm gonna be dead.
I was about to say I'm going to be the definition of brain rot during Fantastic Fest. Is that what the kids are saying now? Brain rot?
Brain rot. I hope they sell Celsius there.
I mean, I plan on making a Walmart trip when we first get there to get like packs of tuna, snacks and stuff, like toiletries that I need.
Packs of tuna. So the primary thing on your list to get at Walmart, the number one thing was packs of fucking tuna.
I mean, like my toiletries, snacks. So
right.
I love the packs of tuna.
over toothbrush, over anything like that. So
I'm
fucking
packing.
tuna.
I'm packing my toothbrush and
I got it.
everything.
Yeah, listen, I was thinking the same thing. I'm just can't believe I live in a world where somebody else was that focused on packs of tuna. I can't
I
wait.
love that.
I
This
just
is why
hope
we
there's
get
someone-
along so good.
I hope there's someone in the group who's like, who the fuck smells like tuna? Just Colby.
My cat keeps looking at me because her name is Tuna. What's your flavor? What's your favorite flavor for the packs?
Packs of tuna.
Packs of tuna.
I just like the original ones that are in the oil and water. The oil ones are good, just plain tuna. I don't like them garlic ones are weird.
I like the spicy Thai ones really good.
They are good. I use them for work. I do seriously. I take them to work. Tuna. I'll take like a bowl of rice and tuna and then just mix it up and eat it. It's good for the energy.
Packs of tuna are goated.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Circus, Charlie Tuna.
All right, Ian, what is your number one?
My number one
is not packs of tuna.
Is not packs of tuna. Tuna slaps though. Tuna slaps. My number one is Dole, Steven Spielberg classic.
Banger.
Now I haven't watched it in so long, but it is high on my list because it's one that I watched a lot when I was a kid with my mom. So it's just one of those like memories I hold on to. So it made it to the number one spot. But I mean, from what I remember, it goes hard. And I wanted to rewatch that today too. And I couldn't find it anywhere, but.
No, but do you know what you can do is you can get on Amazon right now or probably iTunes. And it came out in 4K a couple months ago. And the 4K restoration is fucking chef's kiss. Brilliantly well done, the picture quality, the sound, everything. It has Dolby Atmos, and that's one that's definitely like the 4K. Really adds so much to that film. So I heavily implore you to do so.
I will do that right after we're done here. Hell yeah!
I still can't believe Chuck is 6'3".
4.
6'4".
Don't fuck it up now.
That's 4. Insane to me.
Yep. I'm not like 5'3". 5'3"?
You're not like that. Not like that short.
How tall is Mrs. Van Gogh?
5'1", 5'2".
Oh, you're taller.
Yeah.
Coda's taller than me.
Really?
Yeah, she's by like a half inch. She's like 5'9.5", 5'10".
That's pretty cool.
She's not allowed to wear heels around me.
The struggle is real.
It's not my rule, it's her rule.
The struggle is real.
So Colby, for our wrap-up segment here, do you have any fun, exciting comments to
I do. I think Chuck. I think this is a segment that Chuck will like too. So we started this last week. We're doing a segment where I get my favorite comment of the week. And
off of TikTok?
Yeah, or Instagram. Because with the bigger following I'm getting now, I'm getting a lot more hate and hateful comments, and I love it. It makes things fun. But I got one from, this was actually probably an hour before we got on here. Some lady commented on my true crime one, and she said something about how anybody who watches this should be put on a list or something.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I was like, Nicole, a lot of people are into true crime. And then I can't remember, she said something crazy. And I was like, get over yourself, Karen. And she's like, please stay away from children and animals. I was like, whoa.
All because it's true. It wasn't even like one of the fucked up movies that you review. It was true crime.
It was a true crime episode that I did.
That's great.
That's crazy. What about you, Ian? I'm looking for one.
Yeah, I don't get those ones. There has been an influx though in the where do I watch this or when can I watch it for some reason this week. And I make it a point to put it on the video, the entire length of the video of
the streaming service. I do the same thing because I got sick of it. That's why I started doing it, because I got sick of people asking. But the reason that people don't put them on there is because it creates engagement.
That's why I didn't, but I hated it.
No, I stopped doing it too because I couldn't fucking take it anymore. I just had a lady ask me, she 5 minutes ago, are any of these on Netflix? Who has all these other services? And I just wrote back, everyone, lady. Are you
Everyone, lady.
Yeah. Who
Oh, I
has
think
all these other channels?
I've been
Everybody.
getting I think it's just one person that has commented on a bunch of mine lately, but I think he's in the UK. So anytime I put Tubi, he's commenting and he's like, it's not here.
Tubi.
It's not here on Tubi here. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm in the States. You're gonna have to Google it like everyone else does. But yeah, that's the excitement I have.
Or what's the site wheretowatch.com or whatever tells you where everything's at.
Mhm.
And it's crazy
IMDb,
because
yeah.
it's crazy because you have all these people that like haven't ever understood what the fuck Google is, that they even have this world of information at their fingertips that they take in the time it takes you to type a comment. You could have found that movie on Google. And it's like sometimes I really wish that I could tell them. I also, now that I do lists, I love people that make their own list out of my list to tell me what should be on my list. I'm like, look, it's my fucking list, man.
That annoys the fuck out of me when I was making all my lists too. Like, well, I would put this. Well, this is my fucking list.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. But I get a lot of good ones. Like I had, what was the movie that I did? I forget what the one I was did, but I ended up on the right wing side of TikTok for about 6 days. I forget what the video was that I did, but it really landed with the red hat crowd. And it was just, it was just like, yeah, if that motherfucker came into my door, that's why I have Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson and just like all these and it was I had so much fun with it, especially now that they're gonna eat the dogs and the cats.
Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. Was it a video about eating dogs and cats?
They're gonna eat the pets.
Oh, that shit's so
that's
wild.
the best.
If you guys want a good laugh, just go on my Dead Whisper video on Instagram. That comment section's so I'm still fighting for my life in the comments every day. It's something new.
That's wild.
So many of them. It's just nuts. And people just, like they have so much conviction, but I respect it, but like you don't have to like be rude about it. And I get a lot of my favorite ones are the Jesus comments. They're my favorite, like this is an abomination. They make things like this because you're going to get, this is why people do these things, this, that. And I just, every single one of them, I just write Hail Satan underneath it.
I do.
And I love it because it gets them. Like it really just, because I don't believe in anything really. So, but I just know it gets them. You know what I mean? Like I really, really know that it gets them. And then I was spelling out comments because you can't write what you really want to say. So I was doing GFYEAD. And now they
go fuck yourself.
Right, but now they flag them. I got like 3 strikes in the last week from doing it. So now I'm spacing them out. I just do G space F space Y. So I'm gonna keep doing that until they flag it. But whatever, you're gonna have fun. It keeps it going. It's fun.
One day I was really bored and I went on Justin's coffee table video to read the comments on there.
Brutal. It's brutal.
I was not disappointed.
Yeah, brutal. He got hammered on there.
I always try to get the religious people in my comments. I get them in live, but I don't get them on my videos, which I'm surprised about. But one day,
you know what? No, but listen, it's weird because because somebody asked or Sydney said, shout out again, Horror Chronicles, the legend, Sydney. She makes all her videos off of comments. You know what I mean? Like people suggesting things and doing stuff like that's where she gets like a lot of her ideas and stuff because she gets lots of comments. But like I went through that period too. Like I didn't get like nothing. I couldn't get people to say anything, no matter how many times I said in the video, let me know your thoughts under here, blah, 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 nothing. And it just eventually one day starts happening. But the more divisive things that you post, the more you get, you know what I mean? Like, cause there's certain things that tick with people that, like my girl next door videos. I mean, it's bad underneath there because it's like, how can you say you enjoy watching this girl get cigarette burns? And I just write underneath it because it fucking rips. And I don't really think that, but what are you going to say? Yeah. I mean, you put something dumb, you get a dumb answer, I enjoy it. It's fun.
My rage baiting the couple weeks ago, the Serbian one, anybody who defended that video, not a single one of them had a profile picture.
I think that's like flagged in the system. Like I think they have like bots that respond to certain things. I mean, I think that's like one of those things. Because because there can't be that many people in the world that like actually fucking like that movie.
No.
But there might be. Who knows? The world's weird. So I don't know. This was a blast. This was a, as the old folks say, this was a hoot.
This was a hoot. Yeah, you're welcome on anytime.
Do you know what else I love when people say? I love when people say they get so ticked off, and like I imagine seeing them like getting really mad and like pounding their hands on the table when they say, "This is absolute rubbish." When I see the word rubbish, I just fucking die. Like I don't even respond to them because I'm like, you use the word rubbish. There is no reasoning with you whatsoever. This is rubbish. I just fucking die. It's hilarious.
I hate when I see the word mid. This is mid.
Yeah, I get mid, meh. Do you know who's the, listen, for real, shout out to Chris at Chris Mayo at Big Fat Cult. He is the GOAT of comment responses. Like he'll put them on his Instagram and like, dude has the best witty sense of humor of coming back to you. And if you haven't checked out his comment sections, they are fucking glorious. I could go down an hour rabbit hole in his comment section because he systematically replies to every single one of them. And like, it's just the funniest shit ever. They're so fucking funny.
I got some studying to do. Definitely some studying to do.
Yeah, he's a beast. Like just shit that you know. Because you know when you say something to somebody, like these people comment and think they hit you with like some zinger that's really going to hurt your feelings. But then if you come back with something way better and wittier, you know it bothers them. Like they're thinking the whole day, like they're driving down the fucking highway, going to 7-Eleven to get a coffee. You're like, you know what? Fuck that motherfucker, because they're so jacked off about it. That's what I strive. I strive for that in my comment section.
Yeah, I love when people start arguing back with me. I'll go on all day. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I got nothing to do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my phone's in my hand all day. I clap back. Fuck you.
Oh,
that's
man.
Great.
All right.
Yeah, this was a fun episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thank you so much, guys. I'm very grateful to be on, and I wish you know, I know there's been a lot of up and down and some turmoil in your journey as this, but I'm really, really excited to see what you guys as a duo unit put out, and I'm excited for your journey. And I wish you nothing but well in anything you guys ever need from me. I'm a very easy gentleman to find.
We appreciate everything from you, Chuck.
Yeah, we absolutely appreciate it. And you're always welcome here. Always.
I can honestly say I wouldn't be where I am today without you.
I don't want. We're not going to do this.
I know. Yeah, I know you. I know you hate it. I know you hate it.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
All right. Before we end it, then, Chuck, shout out all your socials, your podcast, everything.
Chuck, I would love to be your movie guy. You can find me at Charlie Napalm on TikTok, or just put in, if you actually like, I'm searchable now. If you just put Chuck Movie Guy in the search engine, I'm the first thing that comes up on there and Google, which blows my fucking mind. Instagram is your _movie_guy. I still got to work on Instagram, YouTube. I'm not there yet. I don't do Letterboxd. Letterboxd is for prima donna posers that think they know something about film on TikTok. Yeah, I said it. But I should put one out because one day I'm going to be in a position where they're like, oh, hey, what's your Letterboxd top 4 with them little Keller things? And I might be like, fuck Letterboxd. No, but anyway, I think it's cool, but I'm just being silly. So yeah, you can find me on TikTok, and I'm also 1/4 of the Dark Screen Society. And now that this episode is coming out after Fantastic Fest, we just did a launching and a rebranding of our logo because our logo got stolen by so many fucking people. And this was made by Slasher Talk, Justin. And it rips. We love it. The green on black. And you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. That's with, according to Seth, Room for Scream, and Brian, Fierce Ghosts. And I no disrespect to you guys. I love your podcast, but I do think we have the premier horror podcast in the nation. And if I don't think otherwise, then why am I a part of it? So that's it. That's my stuff.
Well, again, thank you for joining us today. Absolute pleasure to hang out with an absolute legend.
It's awesome.
Thank you all for what. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Anytime you want me on again, just let me know.
Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. So thank you all for watching, listening. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Thanks again. Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
There you go. That's it.